Okay, y'all, I'm back. That last episode was a pretty downbeat one. I apologize. That experience drain that you just saw on that screen there really got me down. But things happen, so let's move on. One thing I did learn in watching that last video, I mentioned at one point that we stepped on a square that looked like normal floor, and yet proved to be one of those. Let's make sure we're using the right weapon. Yep. Proved to be one of those squares that hides, things inside it, like a loose rock. And we were commenting on it's weird that sometimes they're invisible and sometimes they appear as semicolons. It's finally occurred to me the obvious fact. Is this an iron golem? I hope so. Yay, they're worth still a decent experience. Help get us back. The obvious answer is detect traps. That spell we cast also detects the loose rocks, and when they're detected they appear as semicolons. When they're not detected they appear as a normal floor. So that's what happened, is we had not cast detect traps down there, which means we were walking around unprotected and we were playing foolishly. Well, no more. This is the game where we make it all up to ourselves. Alright, it's dead. Just checking if it dropped anything. Nope. Alright, let's head. Whoa, something's coming. What are you? A ninja? Well, that's new. PCB South. I got two things with that. Let's try it again. PCB South. I killed it. And the zombie. Interesting. That was a new monster. We'll have to look and see what we can learn about it when we get a chance. While we're on the topic, worth a mention. This is by no means critical. This is interesting. Yeah, I've never seen a room before with a collapsed corner like this. It's clearly a room because we lit it up. Let's just tunnel in case that matters. While we're on the topic of the ninja and the katana, we were talking about a katana last game. Again, this is a game entitled The Dungeons of Moria. It's based on that title and based on the fact that we're here to kill Balrog, based on the fact that there's a sword called Bilbo for some reason. This is a game that, ostensibly takes place in Middle Earth, Tolkien's realm. I don't think ninjas would exist there. I have no objection. I have no objection to ninjas. I think it's a, if we're making a game, which Moria really is, a game with just kind of a mishmash of everything thrown in, and you're just here to have fun. The theme is very, very, very loose. I've seen descriptions of this game where they mention it's heavily based on the works of Tolkien. I'm like, it's not heavily based on the works of Tolkien. It's very, very loosely based. Angband is much closer, but even it's fairly loose. It's got werewolves and shit. I never heard of those in Tolkien's work. But oh, for God's sakes, what do you mean we see nothing? Troll. Well, yeah, ninja is an uncommon thing to encounter in Middle Earth, I should think. I'll be honest, a personal, to some degree, peeve is the mixture of European mythology with Asian mythology. I always find it, again, if we talk about Angband, I think there's a monster in that you can meet called Tengu. And Tengu, of course, are a monster from Japanese mythology. I think it's very odd to see them appear in that game. Therefore, and once again, nothing against Asian mythology, but it feels like it feels incoherent to me usually when games blend those two things. I don't recall if I did in Caverns 2. I don't think I did. Caverns of Zascasian 2 takes place in a world called Melanthus, and there is a distant continent called Alcea, which is Asian in nature, to give me an excuse to include that flavor, but it's far removed. So eventually there probably will be Alcean components introduced to the game. And therefore Asian components, but I don't know if there are yet. And they'll be very sparing and very rare. Jeez, I'm not playing smart here, guys. Look at all these traps I almost stumbled into. Reptile. I'm gonna guess a mamba. No, king cobra. I don't know if I hit that thing if I trigger the trap, so I let it step off it. Interestingly, apparently monsters cannot trigger traps, which is fine. They can't trigger unfriendly traps in Caverns 2 either. You can set traps. Those are called friendly traps. If you set it, they can step in it, and you can't. So it's turnabout's fair play, I guess. See, there we go. We just detected a loose rock. Maybe there's a potion under it. What do you think? Nope. A mace, which we will probably chuck at some point, even if it's Holy Avenger or something, is not worth carrying. It's just not strong enough. At 2d4. But we'll carry it for now. In case we promptly have to head back to the surface, we have at least a little something to sell. Pick the lock, thank you. I can't remember what I've cast and what I haven't. I must have cast the detections here because we saw the staircase. Not here, though. Or here. What do we got? What do we got? Black Mamba. Giant Flea. Lose Wisdom, of course! How could it not be a potion of Lose Wisdom? I'm going to blast this guy so he doesn't multiply while I cross to him. There we go. I'll kill this guy manually. Fucking Lose Wisdom. The prevalence of potions that damage our stats versus those that increase them is alarming. New ring, I guess that's good. These guys drain light, is that right? Nope, they shoot acid. It's the silver rats that drain light. Alright. That's why I got confused a few episodes ago about those rats we met. I was like, they can corrode, can't they? And I realized, no, they drain light. Let's do another detect evil. Make sure nothing's sneaking up on me. Troll. I'll clear this thing out. Whoops. Fuck. Well, this will be a short episode, guys. I meant to press Shift X to pull up my shovel. Instead, I pressed Control X, which is saving the game and kicking me out. There's no way for me to abort that. And when it dumps me out, this game is just going to start recording my desktop. And I have an email open right here that's talking about an audition today, and that would be illegal for me to display. So we're going to call it a 10-minute episode. That was a quick one. All right, I'll be right back. See you soon. Bye.